Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm not looking through these flyers, I promise. This is actually because what we're going to do is a bit of cleaning. I mentioned a while ago I got this Adventure for the 2600 out of the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and unfortunately it came with somebody's name along the top. Evan Shimono, I think that is. Simono, not sure. Now, I mentioned when I did the pickup, Adventure cartridges are getting pretty expensive to collect now because of their appearance in Ready Player One, the movie. They have a fairly important plot line both in the movie and in the book. So, everybody wants Adventure. Now, they all want the nice one that has the dragon on the cover. But I just thought, well, I'm not forking over major cash for basically what is going to sit on my shelf as a bit of a trophy. This cartridge has some very important significance for me, so that's why I wanted a copy of it, but it's basically just going to sit there and be looked at. It's not really going to be played. I've got Adventure on a lot of different console flashbacks and stuff, so just going to have an Adventure cartridge to look at from afar, and having Evan's name on there isn't really working for me. So I had said on my video, maybe I'll just take some acetone or something and clean that off. A friend of mine said, no, don't use that. You want to use PlastX from a company, it looks like it's weirdly spelled, Meguiar, but it's basically Meguiar's, sorry. It's pronounced as Meguiar's, PlastX, and he suggests, no, use this stuff. It's really, really good. It won't scratch the plastic or anything. So I don't have a full container of it, but what he did was actually give me a little one here. So we're just going to very carefully apply some PlastX on this cartridge. Now, it's actually used for automotive purposes, so, it's kind of milky and gooey and stuff. I don't know, do I use like a Q-tip? I'm going to try that out. If that doesn't work, I've got a rag standing by. But yeah, in all the videos I've watched, they're all applying it for like how to clean your lights on your car with a big sort of a sponge or a rubbing sort of almost like a rag. Anyway, I don't have anything like that, so I'm going to try it with a Q-tip. If that doesn't work, I'll try it with a cloth rag, and if that doesn't work, I don't know, back to the drawing board. So let's get some of this goop out of here. It's like runny toothpaste in a way. I don't want it to be too wet, and I guess we just rub it over Evan's name. I hope that comes through on the camera. It's not doing much so far. And, oops, I'm trying not to get the label. I just want to get this plastic cleaned of this name thing here. Yeah, my friend, he gave me this little bottle of it because he did have the full thing, and he was like, I don't think you're going to need it for that one little line, but you can totally borrow it if you want. And I just said, no, I just need enough to eradicate Evan's name from all history, or at least from my cartridge. Ooh, you know what? That is definitely working. I don't know if you can make that out there. It's definitely lifting the gold felt tip pen to some degree. Now I'm thinking, yeah, actually that is coming off. Sorry, Evan, you're being eradicated. And my friend was like, yeah, the nice stuff, or the nice thing about this stuff, it won't, like, it's got a little bit of residue on the Q-tip there, but it's not like it's going to burn the plastic and lift it off. So I'm just going to go over it again here. Yeah, it's a little, well, it's definitely doing something. Look at that. Is that nicely cleaned off? I mean, it's mostly coming up. I might, yeah, it's just got to take it off carefully here. You can actually hear it working away there. Ooh, man, this is doing its job. So we're almost completely gone. Get a little bit of sunlight on it there. You can still sort of make out his name a bit there. So let's get the rag. Tell you what, let's move these guys out of the way. Don't want it to spill or knock over. What happens if I just wipe it at this point? And if not, I can always go back over it with some more of that PlastX. Actually for automotive purposes, but In this case, definitely usable for Atari 2600 purposes. Now, this is doing pretty good, actually. I mean, I'm going to clean the, there. So, like, here's, fortunately got a bit of a little ray of sunshine there, so you can sort of see the regular plastic has that, you know, the grain to it that we're used to. It's not really catching on the camera. And I can tell you the kind of grain is still along there. So it's not lifting the plastic off. And yet, as you can see, it's done a really good job. I mean, his name is still kind of visible there, but just make it out. It's too close to focus. I can see it with my eye. But I'm very pleased. Let's get another Q-tip. And that has done some very impressive work. So big thanks to my buddy for suggesting PlastX. Okay, let's get in nice and let's just paint it on and let it do its thing. Huh, who'd have thought? And my buddy's not really like, he doesn't have a huge retro collection or anything. He's not coming to this from a knowledgeable retro gaming kind of background. He was just like, no, you don't want to use acetone. That's going to do damage. You want to use PlastX. I'm like, I never even heard of that stuff before. He was like, oh, no. This is the stuff you want for this purpose. And I'm totally impressed. Jamie, you were right. Total shout out to Jamie. All right, let's get in the gritty bits there. Since I know it's not melting this thing off, we're okay to really go to town here. It's like a soap in a way. All right. Now, give it a proper wipe. And is Evan eradicated from all of history? Not quite, but man, he's very hard to see now. And it's done a pretty good job. I'm very impressed. Not harming the label in any way. In fact, it's not even like wet or peeling or anything. Of course, come back in 6 months or something, you probably will. But it's pretty much done it. I mean, there's a little indication left there. But you really got to look for it to see it. I see it because I'm really being very, very critical here, but I'm darn impressed. That has taken off. Oh yeah, now it's really getting in there. Look at that. Yes, all right. Woohoo. That has pretty much taken the whole thing off. Awesome. All right, I have my Adventure cartridge in a form that I can now set it up on a shelf and admire its, it was $12. That's $12 for a fairly blasé, what are these called? Silver label? No, silver label is the other type. Anyway, the plain text. This is, I think, like the first way these cartridges came out. Then they got all fancy with the picture. And, of course, collectors want the fancy one with the picture. But when I had Adventure, I had it like this. And Adventure means a lot to me. I will do a video about that another day, but yeah, I'm very glad to have a nice, fairly pristine copy of Adventure with nobody's name written along the top anymore. Ha 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 ha. All right, there we go. I just thought I'd do a quick little DIY on that after the recommendation from Jamie, so well done. Thumbs up. Anybody else wants to do this? Get some PlastX from Meguiar, even though it's spelled Meguiar or whatever the heck. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I like it. All right, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.